4th July 1914. O sovereign force, O victorious power, purity, beauty, supreme love, grant that this being in its integrality, this body in all its totality, may draw near to Thee solemnly and offer to Thee in a complete and humble surrender this means of manifestation abandoned perfectly to Thy will, if not perfectly ready for this realization, with the calm and strong certitude that Thou wilt one day accomplish the expected miracle and manifest in its fullness Thy sublime splendor. We turn to Thee in a profound rapture and silently implore Thee. Immensity, infinitude, wonder, Thou alone art, and Thou shinest resplendent in all things. The hour of Thy fulfillment is near. All nature is ingathered in a solemn concentration. Thou answerest her ardent call. 5th July 1914. All that belongs to the outer, lower being, which is still obscure, prostrates itself before Thee in a mute and fervent adoration, calling with all its strength Thy purifying action, which will make it fit to manifest Thee fully. And in this adoration is found perfect silence and perfect beatitude. Thou repliest mercifully to the call. What has to be done will be done. The necessary instruments will be prepared. Strive in the calm of certitude. 6th July 1914. What plenitude in the perception, the entire individual being, modest, humble, surrendered, adoring, calm and smiling, feeling one with all beings, unable to make any difference of value, in perfect solidarity with all things, is kneeling down before Thee together with them all, and at the same time the formidable omnipotence of Thy force which is here, ready for the manifestation, waiting, building the propitious hour, the favorable opportunity, the incomparable splendor of Thy victorious sovereignty. The force is here. Rejoice, O you who are waiting and hoping. The new manifestation is sure. The new manifestation is at hand. The force is here. All nature exults and sings in gladness. All nature is at a festival. The force is here. Arise and live. Arise and be illuminated Arise and battle for the transfiguration of all. The force is here. 7th July 1914. Peace, peace upon all the earth. Not the peace of an inconscient sleep or a self-satisfied inertia, not the peace of a self-forgetful ignorance and a dark, heavy indifference, but the peace of the omnipotent force, the peace of perfect communion, the peace of integral awakening, of the disappearance of all limitation and all darkness. Why torment oneself and suffer? Why this bitter struggle and painful revolt? Why this vain violence? Why this inconscient, heavy sleep? Awake without fear. Appease your conflicts. Silence your disputes. Open your eyes and your hearts. The force is there. It is there, divinely pure, luminous, powerful. It is there as a boundless love, a sovereign power, an indisputable reality, an unmixed peace, an uninterrupted beatitude, the supreme benediction. It is self-existence, the endless bliss of infinite knowledge, and it is something more which cannot yet be told, but which is already at work in the higher worlds beyond thought as the power of a sovereign transfiguration, and also in the inconscient depths of matter as the irresistible healer. Listen, listen, O thou who wouldst know. Look, thou who wouldst see. Contemplate and live. The force is here. 8th July 1914. O divine force, supreme illuminator, hearken to our prayer. Move not away from us. Do not withdraw. Help us to fight the good fight. Make firm our strength for the struggle. Give us the force to conquer. O my sweet Master, thou whom I adore without being able to know thee, thou who I am without being able to realize thee, my entire conscious individuality prostrates itself before thee and implores, in the name of the workers in their struggle, and of the earth in her agony, in the name of suffering humanity and of striving nature. O my sweet Master, O marvelous unknowable, O dispenser of all boons, thou who makest light spring forth in the darkness and strength to arise out of weakness, support our effort, guide our steps, lead us to victory. 10th July 1914. O thou who eternally, immutably art, who consentest to thy becoming in this world, that thou mayest bring into it a new illumination, a new impulsion. Thou art here. Manifest thyself more and more completely, always more perfectly. The instrument has given and gives itself to thee with a fervent adhesion, a total surrender. Thou mayest reduce it to dust or transform it into a sun. It will resist nothing that is thy will. In this surrender lies its true strength and its true beatitude. But why art thou so considerate with the animality of the body? Is it because it must be given time to adapt itself to the marvelous complexity, the powerful infinity of thy force? Is it thy will that makes itself gentle and patient, is unwilling to precipitate things, leaves to the elements leisure to adapt themselves? I mean, is it better thus, or is it impossible otherwise? Is there here a particular incapacity which thou dost tolerate with magnanimity, or is this a general law which is an inevitable portion of all that has to be transformed? But it matters little what we think about it, since thus it is. The attitude alone is important. Should we fight? Should we accept? And it is thou who dictatest the attitude. It is thy will that determines it at each moment. Why foresee and contrive when it is enough to observe and to give a full adhesion? The working in the constitution of the physical cells is perceptible, permeated with a considerable amount of force. They seem to expand and to become lighter, but the brain is still heavy and asleep. I unite myself to this body, O Divine Master, and cry to thee. Do not spare me, act with thy sovereign omnipotence, for in me thou hast put the will to an entire transfiguration.